Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, APW Sports, signing in for a Friday night Smackdown recap. And it's a lot to happen. Within this is a lot of stuff that's going on towards SummerSlam, including a match that was announced for SummerSlam. But first things first, I want to get into the passing of Hulk Hogan. Now, I haven't really commented on this really too much. I did make a video yesterday, but I want to start this off by giving my thoughts on the entire thing. I see a lot of the pros and cons of people with the whole Hulk Hogan thing. Now, I'll be honest. I'm an unapologetically black man. I don't care. I'll say it right here and there. Did I like Hulk Hogan? To be honest, no. Did I like Hulk Hogan in the ring? No. And I will be 100% honest. Didn't care for Hulk Hogan in the ring. I'll be honest, the only reason I actually liked Hulk Hogan a slight bit, and that was the NWO, was one of my favorite, if probably, to be honest, one of my favorite groups, if probably not the favorite wrestling stable of all time. You got them, at least for me, you have them, you have the Shield, and you have DX. And the Bloodline right there as far as like favorite wrestling groups or stables of all time. So I will admit that. But was I ever a fan of Hulk Hogan? No. Did I like Hulk Hogan? No. As a child, didn't know he was a racist piece of shit. Didn't know it. But I will say this. Amidst the backlash, amidst all the things that went on controversial with Hulk Hogan, I will say this. He did pave the way for professional wrestling, whether you like him or not. I'm one that did not like him. He paved the way for where professional wrestling is today. And I'll be honest, without a Hulk Hogan happening, without the surges and emergence of Hulk Hogan, you don't get guys like John Cena. You don't get The Rock. You don't get some of these household names. And the WWE is not what it is today without Hulk Hogan. Like I said, whether you like him or not, and I am one of the ones that didn't like Hulk Hogan, even before the racist stuff came out, even before all of the controversial stuff later on in his life came out. Didn't like Hulk Hogan, but I do respect what he did for the business. Kind of like Vince McMahon. I didn't like him either, didn't care for him either, but you respect what they did for professional wrestling, especially for big professional wrestling fans like myself. So I will just leave that there. Didn't like Hulk Hogan, didn't care for him, but I do respect the lane and the way that he paved professional wrestling to make it what it is today. You probably don't have what things we have in professional wrestling today without Hulk Hogan. So, as much as I hated the man, I do respect what he did. But rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. Passed away at the age of 71. But let's get into the actual show. As the show kicks off with Logan Paul coming out to the ring and cutting a promo, even in his hometown of Cleveland, still getting booed. Jelly Roll comes out, and that sets up more of their SummerSlam match that's coming up. Then Drew McIntyre, after they're cutting promos on each other, and basically Jelly Roll is saying, you grab up a silver spoon, you piece of shit. He called him a bitch. It seems like John Cena and Logan Paul are always getting called bitches. But anyway, Drew McIntyre comes out, and basically Jelly Roll's like, I didn't come by myself, starts singing Randy Orton's song. Randy Orton comes out, doesn't say a word, socks Drew McIntyre right with the mic. Brawl ensues, and ends up with Jelly Roll slamming Logan Paul, with Randy Orton and Jelly Roll getting the upper hand in this brawl. I'll get into my SummerSlam thing later in the week, later next week, as the card has officially been released. So I'll get into that later on this next week. But then we have our first match of the night which is a SummerSlam prequel some way, sort of, as Alexa Bliss takes on Roxanne Perez in a singles match. Overall, solid match, and it's starting to build more of a story for this entire match towards SummerSlam, which ends up with Charlotte and Raquel both basically brawling at ringside, with Alexa Bliss hitting Twisted Bliss on Raquel back on ringside, which Alexa gets back in the ring, which allows Roxanne to sneak and get the win with the 1-2-3. And it was 1v1 or 1-1 because Charlotte got the win last week on Raquel, and now Roxanne gets the win on Alexa. So they're 1v1, and there's promo more for SummerSlam. And then we get Jade Cargill backstage talking about her match. Then inserts Chelsea Green that led to an impromptu match with Chelsea Green basically talking trash about Jade. And oddly enough, Jade was standing right behind her. And can we acknowledge Jade is such a beautiful woman? God, that woman is gorgeous. But anyway, Jade Cargill ends up attacking Chelsea after Chelsea turns around and realizes that Jade is on the scene, which ends up leading into an impromptu match with Chelsea Green versus Jade Cargill, a match that we honestly never would have expected to happen, especially now with both for separate feuds. But Chelsea ended up taking on Jade, and it was a really solid match. I think, like I said, Jade is starting to get better in the ring, better and better each performance, and it's showing with Jade picking up the win against Chelsea Green, and of course the Secret Service is going to attack. What is a Chelsea Green match without the Secret Service attacking after she loses? So she loses, they're attacking Jade, only for Tiffany Stratton, Jade's SummerSlam opponent, to come out and basically with the save. Then they get into a bit of a tug and war match with Jade kicks up the Women's WWE Championship belt, and it's almost like a sign of respect. I'm looking forward to that match. I want to see how they kind of book that, but either way it goes, Tiffany makes the save, and I'm looking forward to it. But then we have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte backstage, and it's showing Alexa Bliss after she got bloodied up after the attacks with Roxanne in the match. So we have that going on, and it's almost like them two are starting to become friends as SummerSlam starts to slowly approach. And convenient, I keep forgetting it. I don't know why it keeps slipping my mind. Associated about convenience or friend, I cannot remember. Alliance, but I can't remember. But then we get Cody Rhodes cutting a promo on John Cena, and basically Cody Rhodes is saying, "I don't want this John Cena. I want the old John Cena that basically walked with the right title, ran to the ring. Basically, he wants to face the real John Cena, the face John Cena, and not the John Cena that we have now, which is the heel John Cena, which I am personally not a fan of. But he's basically saying he wants to face that version of John Cena." Then Jacob Fatu is cutting a promo backstage on Solo Sikoa, basically how he's going to get him in a steel cage match at SummerSlam, only for The Miz to return. I forgot it was 6 weeks since he's been gone. But basically saying, Jacob, you're the one that took me out. You're the one that cost me 6 weeks of my career. And I'm coming for payback. I'm coming for revenge. And I'm coming back to beat The Miz, beat legends. And on top of that, he slaps Jacob Fatu, which is something I was like, uh-oh. This might not even become a match at this point. Especially with The Miz saying he made them went to Nick Aldis and made the match. Soon as he slapped Jacob Fatu, I was like, yeah, this match ain't happening. Jacob Fatu about to dog walk his ass. Basically, what he said, what he's going to do to Solo, he's going to dog walk his ass. But ends up coming backstage. Then the match happens, which Miz and Fatu, and it was crazy. It was funny that when the Miz had Jacob Fatu out of the ring, he did the whole matched it with Jacob Fatu and mocking him, basically with Solo mocking him too, with the MFTs and Solo coming out a little way through the match, which was like, yeah, attacks are going to happen. But Solo's MFTs, they're going to get involved. They're always going to get involved. But at the end of the day, Jacob ends up picking the win over The Miz after hitting him with the Samoan drop or Samoan attack. And then the MFTs come and attack as per usual. Then you have Jimmy Uso coming to make the save, only for the MFTs to get the upper hand. Solo gets the upper hand, and Jacob had the upper hand for a minute, but basically Solo is standing tall at the end of it and is basically saying he's gonna win at SummerSlam. And I can't wait for that match. I cannot wait for Jacob Fatu versus Solo. Cannot wait. Then we have Julia with a returning Kiana James at Julia's side with Zelina Vega backstage, which announces a United States title rematch for Zelina Vega next week on next week's version of Smackdown. And then we had the Aleister Black and Damian Priest match get announced for next week on SmackDown. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that was going to be a SummerSlam match for Priest and Aleister Black, but I'll take it on a Friday Night SmackDown. Either way it goes. But either way, then we have the main event, the WWE Tag Team match, which is between Andrade and Rey Fenix versus the Wyatt Six, which turns out to be a very solid match. I've liked this pairing of Rey Fenix and Andrade. I've really liked it. And then right when we thought, oh, we might get new champions tonight, this fast over the Wyatt Six, Nikki Cross, after Rey Fenix jumps out of the ring, Andrade has the message, has the pin, and has the match basically won, only for Nikki Cross to come in and pull the referee out and causing the disqualifications that allowed the Wyatt Six to retain the tag team championships. And all hell breaks loose. We got Fraxium, we got Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, DIY, all coming to the ring and basically all out brawl. And I was like, okay, where in the hell are they gonna go with this? And once I see Nick Aldis come up with a mic, I'm like, uh-oh, what's gonna get announced? And the crazy match got announced, a 5-way tag team title match. I think it was 6-way. You got Fraxium 1, Motor City Machine Guns 2, Street Profits 3, DIY 4, Andrade Rey Fenix 5, Wyatt 6. Damn! I'm realizing this as I'm doing this video, it's a 6-way. Andrade Rey Fenix, Motor City Machine Guns, Street Profits, DIY, Fraxium, and the Wyatt 6 in a TLC match at SummerSlam? Oh boy, I can't wait for this. We already saw what the DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and Street Profits TLC match gave us. You had 3 more teams? Ooh, this is gonna be good. That match, I think, is gonna steal the show. And I'm also happy that they finally gave black people a damn match on a PLE, for Christ's sake. But I don't want to make this too long. I give this SmackDown, I give it about a 7. I give it about a 6.5. I take that back, about a 6.5. The matches were okay. I think the stories told were better than some of the matches, especially when we're coming to the tag team division. I can't wait for that match at SummerSlam. I can't wait for that match. You set up next week's show when we're talking about Zelina versus Julia, and then Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. And you got the Cody Rhodes promo, which wasn't long, but he's basically saying he wants to face old Cena. But it was a really solid show. Really solid show. I give it a 6.5. Like I said, some of the stories told were better than the matches. But either way it goes, That's all I have for you guys today. Smackdown recap. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And APW Sports signing out. You guys have a great one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.